All right, I'm John Bria with Wingsurfing Magazine. We are here at the AWSI 2024 Gear Preview Show, and we're here with the man, the legend, Armie Armstrong, the entire brand named after you.
Well,
and,
we're just stoked to be here.
Your foils have become pretty legendary in a pretty short period of time.
Well,
or it seems like a short period of time,
short.
but it doesn't.
I mean,
probably
we've been
seem short
going
to
10
you.
years, so I guess that's a short time. I mean, yeah, full production for 8 years, so no. I mean, we're loving being involved. The AWSI this year, the wind's been so great. We've got some new product and people have been loving it. I am like, my voice is almost gone, talking to too many people. We've set up so many rigs and it's just great to see everyone out there on the water ripping in the good wind.
Yeah, it's been a pretty awesome event with 4 days of wind so far, and there's wind all the days before the event, so I think everyone's been pretty stoked.
Yeah.
So let's maybe take a quick little peek. I'll jump behind the camera.
All right.
We'll look at some of your new gear.
Wow, the pump foils, they've just been out recently, and we are stoked how these are going. Obviously, the flat water lake dock starting thing, that's really taking off, and these foils just make it as easy as we could make it. The stall speed's ridiculously low, but with the outline taper, you can still turn these foils. So yeah, really great. And what we've found is for light wind downwinding or learning to downwind, these things you put it a bit further back in the board and there's so much push, you can pop up on foil and you get your first glide. So that's really helping with that. That has a tail that goes with it too, the Pump 202. So this will work on any of our foils, just massive improvement to the bottom end. But yeah, you'll lose a bit at the top end. There's always a trade-off. We've got our downwind performance foils that we're releasing at the show. This is really a development product for us in a lot of ways. This is the foil that Oscar raced on the M2O. He was leading the whole way across, got pipped at the post by James Casey on a wave right at the finish line, but the foil was going great for Oscar. So yeah, this foil's all about guys who are really good downwinding and really good conditions. So it's more of a development project. However, for winging, if you want to blast just upwind and then come downwinding again, there is a place for this foil, but yeah, it's not as turny. Really for us, you know, our MA range, this has been the bread and butter staple developed specifically for winging. So this foil section is just beautiful in and out of the water. No worries, you put the tip out, slices through, drops back in, you're not going to crash. So yeah, these things, the team riders are loving these things. They're going really great. Cash Pizzola just came second in the GWA in Brazil in his first effort, so that's great. And we've got Xavi Core in Europe pushing hard on the freestyle on these things. So yeah, really exciting.
What size wing would guys, or what size foil would guys use for light wind on a downwind board if they're winging?
So yeah, 1475 all day long. Like the 1475 is my go-to for light wind winging on a downwind board. I love it because you can still turn it. I mean, if it's ultralight, I actually sometimes use the pump foil, but that's if there's virtually no wind, and most people aren't going to probably go out when it's like that. But if I've got to test the tail or a wing, then it's good to get out. But no, the 1475, and if you're a bigger guy, I'm 88 kg. So if you're a bigger guy, the 1750 for light wind is going to do it. But for me, the 1475 is plenty. And same thing with the rest of the MAs. This thing, they just turn really beautifully and it's really fun to ride. So that's the light wind. And since we're talking about light wind winging, the downwind boards. So these have gone really well this season and we're really excited about where it's at. They just unlock light wind downwinding like you wouldn't believe. People are just figuring that out. As soon as we made them, like we were specifically getting into the downwinding ourselves with the foils and just loving it. And then we were doing some testing. I jumped on that with the wing in like 6 knots and I was like, just popped up so easy. We were like, hang on a minute, this is something. And so yeah, we marketed these for light wind winging as well, and that's really working well. And the one thing there is if you are going to paddle it as well as wing it, you need to go up a size. You need to get a big board, at least 20 liters plus on your weight, right? But if you're only winging, you can go smaller around about your weight per volume. So if, 80, 90 kgs, then 80 or 90 liter board. If you're, paddling though, make sure you go at least plus 20 liters because otherwise you're just going to struggle. It's too hard. So yeah, and our new wing boards, we're super excited about these. Released these at the show. They're going to be available to the public in a couple of months. We've got to get them shipping to everyone. But yeah, big upgrade. These are wing specific boards. We've got new deck grips, new outline. The outline's a lot more narrow and compact, but with more volume packed in than our previous boards. So yeah, the range has got 10 boards and a board for everyone there for sure. So from 34 liter up to 135. So now really exciting. And the crossover then, if you're in the light wind, then you can go up to your downwind boards. So that's the board and foil range. I mean, yeah, we got, I don't know, masts, performance masts. Let's come around the other side real quick. So yeah, these things, same development process that went into this, that went into our downwind foils, which is we're consulting with top foil development CFD experts globally and getting information about, you know, where the best shapes are to, you know, for the top of the mast, the middle of the mast, the bottom of the mast, different tuning the foil section for those positions, and then getting some really high-end carbon composite and layup advice, like the way you lay the fibers, 10 degrees, 30 degrees, rather than just 45s and 090s, makes a really big difference. So, and with our mast, you know, we wrap the fiber around the bottom and it comes up the other side, which helps with just the connection to the foil. But yeah, these things have gone really well and it's a big upgrade for a whole foil kit. So yeah, if you're on our gear and you haven't got one of these yet, and especially if you're over 70 kgs, definitely consider it. Big improvement to the way the foil rides. And a lot of that's the hydrodynamics. The way this section cuts through the water, when you drop really deep on the mast, it doesn't add a ton of drag and start pulling your nose down. And that all comes down to the CFD. It's like mind-blowing how a tiny difference in the curve makes such a massive difference to the performance. So really excited where the performance masts have taken us. And yeah, can't wait. The development process has been great and we've got some really cool new stuff coming in the next 12 months. So stay tuned.
Okay, website address for more info?
Website, armstrongfoils.com. See you on the water.
Perfect. Thanks, Armie. Appreciate it.
Epic.